Good afternoon, good old folks. It is I. Anyway, I forget. It's Motivations Monday, or yeah. My tummy is feeling a little weird, but it's okay. It's okay. I I did all the things that were done in fairness, not taking advantage of any party. Just kept it. You heard that on the mark. And so things are good. Like, I'm manifesting things that are great, things that are better. So cheers that I'm not only alive and well, but cheers to wealth and in my health sector, which covers many items. It's all the goods. So this is really good because that means that all the goods are amplifying, are maintaining not just their reserves, but like the cup is filling to its threshold so that I'm ready for my new journey. And that's what life is telling me. Excuse me for a second. So yeah, that's what's happening for the day at current state. It's funny because it's like, I told you, I'm living in like several different worlds. Like, I'm in the middle of all of that. All these layered dimensions of where people are at, as well as relative to me, where I stand in all of it. And it's definitely in creative discovery mode, as well as, like combat mode. So if you're looking at Minecraft and like the builder's mentality, there's things that like you can't segregate what's happening in each realm. However, that's just like a practice test drive to reality. So anyway, that's what's happening. And the card that I got was 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. It's the birth of light. The ships are coming in. You see? You heard that? Yep. The ships are coming in. So I get to see how people... Oh my gosh, on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse too. In pocket for sure. Oh my gosh, the Ace. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going with this, all right? What do you got to say, Spirit? Because like I have to keep this one short because I got to go pee now. Jeez. Minis, let's do this, okay? So what you got to say, Spirit? Archangel Michael. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay. They are going to speak undercover encoded. So what landed in my lap, like Gambit style? Oh, karma, judgment. This is labeled as resurrection. Holy smokes. With 8 of Swords, power shield. Usually this is like being stuck in a certain spot, though you can get yourself out. However, this is like a waiting out of like the cyclone, whatever, the whirlwind, the hurricane to stop. But this is just waiting it out. And you know what they're saying, like the lazy river in, I think, Raging Rivers, or water, whatever, those water parks, they have the lazy river kind of thing. So it's like wading, like wading around, waiting it out. So you can have fun in this mode. Actually, be patient and not feel like you're stuck in a waiting room. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, it's like belly flop time. Do you see that? Like, so that's what they're telling me here. Belly flop is not like a bad thing here. This is more like the summer feels of like, you and your friends out, or cousins, or whatever. So, nothing really needs to be said on this note to anybody. We got master number 88 here, which is a master spiritualist, as above, so below on this. Getting 2 inverse cards and a double X mark, like you nailed it. Oh my gosh, that's so insane. That is insane. I love it. So, like, I did what I was supposed to do. Like, dude, I hit the snooze button so many times this morning because I really felt like I just needed to be in that mode of readiness. Otherwise, you know, you just have to feel right about what you're doing. Okay, let me tell you, the other day, I was doing some donating stuff, and I decided to, like, give Mickey away, because I have 2 Mickeys from my kids' stuff, and I like the magical Mickey more than the regular one, well, the primary reason was because, like, it started to embody the spirit of somebody that was like, no, I didn't want that near me. And you can tell because, like, it started creating these features, like facial features that were very much in alignment with that energy. And I know that person is an occultist, so I knew that relative to me that was only applicable, so I could give it away. I mean, it was basically brand new, like, just like, it was so well kept. There was nothing wrong about it for someone else. So I decided, like, out of the other batch, the whole batch of stuff that I was going to give away, that I was going to pull that, instead of donating it, that I was just going to give it straight to the first, like, family that I saw with a child. And so, like, I knew that it was right. I knew 100% that it was right. However, this was a good practice for me because I gave it, like, as soon as I walked in the door, I saw, like, an older kid, though, and I was like, I'm not the one to judge, like, by looks, you know, or by, like, aesthetics at all, like, dynamics, who gets it. I just was told to give it to the next, like, kid that you saw, like, a family that, like, wasn't, like, you know, just a kid that was well behaved, you know, that wasn't, like, you know, kicking and screaming that they, like, just down that that they're there, you know, whatever. So anyway, I realized, wait a minute, like, they looked at me really weird because I just walked in, and, like, there was a catch to it. I was like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I just, I was going to donate it, but then, you know, I just told them that whole bit, and they kept looking at me, and then the mom, and then me, and then the mom, and it was kind of like, I realized it was not for them. They were just like, I don't know. I just knew that it was for someone there. And when I walked, like, I was walking through, whatever, I wasn't scouting anybody out. I was just, like, looking around. And towards the end, I saw exactly who it was supposed to be for. It was, I have never walked in there with, like, how do I say it? And I've never seen a kid wear, like, any kind of Disney type of shirt. But that moment, I saw a kid with his mom who looked kind of like native something. And I was like, that's who it's for, motherfucker. Like, I got mad at myself for not really, like, thoroughly feeling things out. And I knew because, like, his shirt was not just Disney, it was Mickey Mouse. So I was like, motherfucker, I knew it was for somebody. And he would have been stoked. And, you know, I can't get hung up on, like, stuff like this, but it was an important lesson for me to really follow through on my feelings, that not to just, like, okay, well, I, like, check things off the list, you know, that's what I was told, you know. This is an important lesson, actually, for all of us. When you're following through with certain items, even if it seems like not related to spirituality, because inevitably it is. I mean, it's just practice towards, like, the next thing that is, you know, it's really substantial. So that was just important for me, and I was just really upset. Like, it wasn't as though, like, if the same family was there, I would take it from them and give it to the other person, but it's like, it made me feel so bad that, like, in messing that up, that synchronicity up, and that calling up, that I would have taken my other magical Mickey and I would have given it to the little, you know, the kid that it was meant for. But anyway, I digress. Actually, I don't. That's what happened. So, and that's an important lesson also, like when, like, getting to know someone, seeing someone, even the thought of romanticizing with anybody, um, dude, I'm telling you, it's all applicable. So, now the bottom of the deck is the Father of Earth. It's, yeah, I was thinking of somebody, and then that popped up, and it's like, duh. Anyway, World card in reverse, and one of my crotch, basically. Oh, the Ace of Fire. That's funny. Oh, okay. So, I think this applies to some people too. But there's a lot of creativity, like sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, power going on here. Like, my mojo is good. So, but it can, let me say this, it can be a little misleading, let me tell you, if not focused enough. Like, you have to pay attention, like, not write off any shit that you see. Otherwise, you know, you can get hung up in these cycles, like, over and over again. So, that's important. That's important. The important thing is to be objective when closing out those cycles, to make sure to see it through. So anyway, I think my team really wanted me to learn the lesson rather than, like, in your face. See, you were, you know, like, see, you did it again. You know, they wanted to be encouraging in a way that's like, hey, it's applicable to other realms of your life. And, you know, there's that. Anyway, give me a second. I have to eat a little bit. I mean, I had food before I got here, but, you know, despite what I said about, let's not pretend it's, whatever place we're in, or interacting with whoever, whatever, let's not pretend it's anything more than what it actually is. No kissing ass, no, like, whatever. And today, I don't feel like I was kissing ass. I don't feel like it at all. And I wasn't making any effort, like, not to do it either. I was, like, caught in the in-between. I still had the niceties, like, I freaking forget, like, just, like, I have lived my life like that, like, greeting somebody when they walk in, you know, it's just, like, common courtesy. Even if it's just like, hey, you know, I did that, dude. This girl, she was just like, mad dogging. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. That's all you right there. That's all you. But, like, I thought it was a little comedic, because I'm like, oh, she got her karma for fucking with me. And she knows it. Because something like this, whatever had happened, should have not been like an emergency thing. Like, that kind of a thing should have been like a pre-planned thing. I can tell through the interactions how short she was with me, that person really did get their karma, and it was unexpected. And that's that. So that's what I have not even posted this part of it, but they're like, you know, just sit back and relax. You can stay in on this one. You can watch people get their karma. I will allow you to stay there, Tina. You will not be harmed. Let's see what rolls out. And, like, dude, frick, people have been so nice to me. I've seen, like, within the past 24 hours, there's a mix of people, but dominantly speaking, I have some really great, like, people from, like, high and low places that are really, like, you don't know. You don't know. It's like a, like, Fight Club, basically. Except, all these figures are real. And, so anyway, so just, like, protectors, like, from different realms. And there are some that are trying to, like, inch close to me, or, like, walk behind me, trying to feel out my energy, and I'm very aware of these things. And they are very aware that they cannot access what they normally do, even half of what they normally do, within their common workings. So this is this is entertaining for me to like Spirit is letting me like sit in on these things, and like it's a freaking movie. Let's turn the tables, they're saying, Tina. Like, instead of it being the Truman Show on you, let's turn the tables and see what the how they like it. So oopsie, don't fall. There we go. Okay. What you got? It's a Lover's card in reverse. Why we get Lover's card in reverse? Secret lovers. That's what we are. I don't know. I think there's some secret love going on. I really feel like that. Secret. Oh, look, it's balanced. You see? Remember Justice holding the new scales? That's like, it's like kind of a key holder thing. The big ring holds it, and then the extension, and then like the two things. Yeah, that's what's happening. So it's kind of like out with the old measures, in with the new, and improved. It's working with a new system that is well calibrated. So calibration is happening, actually. That's what's happening with all these mixes of energies. Like, dude, I saw some like various thug type of energy that like stand with me, you know, like not just like it's for a cause, not for, you know, like, how do I say it? It's like they're good. Like, I know. My feet are cramped. Did I tell you? No, I didn't tell you because it just happened. I decided to like pull out a pair of shoes. I thought I kept them well, like in the shoe box and like all okay. Like it would be protected from the weathering of like the heat in the garage and all of that, like just all of that, and air and whatever, the deterioration, because it's like part leather, part not, or something of that mix. Anyway, I got them so that I would be ready for like the work atmosphere when I get back, like into full-time gear. A few years had passed, and I decided to pull them out. I'm like, oh, they still look like they're in good condition. I wore them today, and I was like, oh my god, they're freaking peeling. They're falling apart. What the heck? And like, this is good. Like, I just figured this is embarrassing. So thankfully I have another pair of shoes in the car that I just like normally carry. It's no big deal. But like, I thought, like, I work in like a financial kind of atmosphere. So if I were to run into anybody, it's just like, whatever, you know, like, it's kind of embarrassing, but you know, you take care of the stuff that you got to take care of. All the surprises along the way. So, you know, the wealthiest people, we're not just talking about like pentacle energy, but we're also definitely talking about the maximizing of pentacle energy. Like, they got a sense of humor. You got to laugh at stuff that just stuff happens. What are you going to do? You're going to ignore it? Yeah, I just like shrugged it off, and that was just in case, to kind of brace myself in case I ran into somebody, because like I still have to pull down my own shit. And so I don't that was an affirmation, like, to the universe, like, okay, she passed the test, now we're gonna just let her go. We don't have to have her interact with anybody, because she basically learned her lesson before the interaction point. And it's just so like small in its course of like lessons, like, and so instantaneous, no question about it. Like, I didn't need to interact with anybody. Like, it was just, I already resolved it on my own. So that's excellent. Like, observing all of these like little things. Like, this is just on the way over here. Like, let me show you. You see? You see right there? I didn't even know. I think, whatever, man. So today I get to put on my cowboy boots. Yeah. So that's that. I keep moving around. Oh, look, the chariot energy. Yeah, like I got in my car. Everything's fine. This happened like on my, one of my jobs like last year too. It was like a smaller office, but during the interview, I was like, why is, this is on my Instagram though. I was like, why does like the floor feel soft all of a sudden? I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's like new, technology with flooring. Like they have certain cushioning to the flooring that's there. Even though it's hard, it's also cushioned, absorbing the shocks. Because I remember working like trade shows and whatever, that the hard floors, it didn't absorb shock, but there were certain like things like with booths that you could pay for that kind of a thing. Anyway, many years had passed, and I was like, oh, that's probably what they installed in their office. And I didn't think anything of it until I got in my car and I was going to take off my shoes to get comfortable, and I saw the heel deteriorated because it's been so long, like just sitting in like its freaking cave dwelling box. And so that's important to kind of understand so that we move out of those constructs. Because I don't really believe that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't believe in that. I feel like that's very that's insulting to any sentience. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's what happens. That's funny. So the realizations you know, take you a long way. All right, I have to close this pretty soon because I gotta go pee. All right, okay, what bridged along there? It's the Mother of Earth, Queen of Pentacles extroverted, and the Eight of Cups extroverted, still waters and earth. So it's kind of like skipping stones too. And being productive, this is not just like industrious, like the masculine aspect of a female. This is like matriarch energy, where you can do business. You're like a great adventurer, like entrepreneurial spirit. That's what it's saying. So sometimes like you don't have to stir the waters. You can just kind of like it's kind of testing the life forms in there. So it's like kind of like fishing. But how do I say it? Because I've done this at the beach before, where you like drop in a stone like in these tide pools, and then you see like the fish scurry out, like, you know, like they just like twitch out of, you know, these certain locations. So it's like skipping those stones, and then and it's just a slight disturbance, like very minimal, and just working within those subtleties, you get to see like not just, this is not to irritate the life forces, but to observe how they respond. And this is very good in like higher level management, to observe how the whole environment responds. I feel like I'm teaching a freaking master class in management, but I mean, that's basically the street smarts of that avenue. Yeah, it's kind of an organic way of seeing how people respond to just slight disturbances. When they don't know where it's coming from, number one. And so with that, you get to gauge how your like kind of peace of mind works. Because the Eight of Cups is like, you kind of what do you call it? Leave the noise, like all the art, any kind of like, everything is left in the background, and you move from that, and you get gain your kind of like peace of mind. You get your truer sense of self without all of the like anything that's chaotic. Excuse me. So and then but yeah, that's what's going on there. It's kind of like damage control, but it's just learning your environment. That's what that is. So things are kind of loading in the interim. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I really just freaking gotta go. I gotta do this. Okay, bottom of the deck is Brother of Earth. This is the Knight of Pentacles. It's going to take some time to do that, but it's well worth it. Okay, just push through it. Top of the deck is Brother of Wind. So it's very focused energy. Knight of Swords in reversal, and one for me. Okay, what do you got? The Tower. Ooh, I'm a firm decision maker. That's what it's saying. Definitely. They're saying I'm making firm decisions right now, and it's working to my highest benefit. Like, even if they're places in, like, all of the places are teachable moments to me, but the fact that I have reclaimed my power in making firm decisions has greatly benefited me. So I think that's it for now. Thank you for all donations provided in light and love, of light and love. They are received and appreciated, magnified accordingly. So upon closing these portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with that sequence of rollout. In light and love, I close these portals in this reading now.